time there is emergency traffic, please call break. Does anyone have any emergency traffic? Please call now. Hearing none, I'll move on to announcements. I will be using NetLogger tonight for check-ins on this net, and anyone who wishes to check in early can by monitoring the OARS net there. The Ozarks Amateur Radio Society meets on the second Saturday of the month at the Happy House Restaurant in Monette, Missouri. This meeting is at 7 p.m., but everyone is welcome to come at 6 p.m. to eat and enjoy some good conversation. Individuals pay for their own meal, but you do not have to eat to attend, and you also do not have to be a ham to attend. Everyone is welcome, including family members and those interested in amateur radio. The next meeting at the Happy House will be Saturday, November 11th. Saturday breakfast for the OARS Club for the month of October will be 7:30 a.m. at the Mount Vernon Family Restaurant. More to follow. The OARS Club now has 3 regular nets. The D-star net on Monday night at 8 p.m. on 444.150. The 2-meter net on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on 146.970. And the simplex every Thursday at 8 p.m. on 146.460. Chewy, and someone can chime in later on Chewy's real name and his call sign. And correct me if I've had the meeting times wrong, but Chewy will be holding a monthly Aries meeting on the 3rd Thursday of the month at the Monette Justice Center at 7 p.m., which is over by Ramey's. Like I said, if this information is not correct, someone please correct me and let me know Chewy's real name and call sign. We also have several new POTA locations in our area, so if that is the interest of you, please check the POTA website to where new locations may be in your area or Southwest Missouri in general. This is now being streamed on 59 Radio YouTube channel, so if you want to see how you sound on the radio or miss part of the net, you can go to 59radio.com for details. And some of the new POTA locations, we've got Caps Creek over here by Jolly Mill, Wire Road State Conservation over by Crane, which also has the Trail of Tears and Butterfield Overland Trail running through that area, as well as Stubblefield, Shelvin Rock, Lower Flat Creek, and Delaware Town Access. So, just keep checking on the website, see what else gets added, and do your due diligence to be sure you're in the proper areas at the proper times, et cetera, et cetera. That's steward of our hobby. Or mobile callers. A little tongue-tied already this evening. Anyway, short time or mobile, please call, check in now. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to the NetLogger list, and we'll start with Wes, AE0OC. Wes, how are you doing this evening?
Hello, Greg, and everybody on the net tonight. I am in the process of trying to look up the information for that meeting. It is on the 3rd Monday of the month. 3rd Monday, not Thursday. It'll be at 7 p.m. at the Monette Police Department. And Chewy's real name is James, AC0BN.
Roger that, and thank you for the correction. What else you got going on this evening, Wes?
Well, I had a bit of bad news today. My uncle on my mom's side is in the hospital with the flu, and he's got some other complications going on along with it. He's in pretty bad shape, so we're hoping he's going to pull through and be okay. But, of course, my mom is down there at the hospital with his wife. I don't know that they're letting anybody be back there with him, but at least they're in the waiting area with, waiting for news. But, and I kind of think he was around my dad right before he got sick, and my dad's not been feeling good either. And so I'm thinking maybe Dad's got the flu also, but not nearly as bad as my Uncle Harlow.
Okay, well, hate to hear that, and prayers for good recovery on everybody. I know there is the COVID going around again, and some of it, I guess, has been pretty bad. I've heard of one person here in the last few days that actually passed away from it. So another thing to be careful of. All kinds of stuff starting to go around this fall. So anyway, like I said, prayers for everyone to get a speedy recovery on that. Have you got anything else for us, Wes? Any news on the laser engraver or anything?
Well, my daughter came over today and helped work on some stuff, just getting the room ready for it. And then when my son got off work, he put in the fan and the outside vent, and hopefully he went to go do something in town. He said he would try to put in the rest of the ductwork across over to it when he got home tonight, but I don't know, getting a little late. I doubt that he gets it done tonight, but just a slow process, a little bit here and a little bit there. But I got the air assist that Marvin made for me all hooked up, and it was a pretty nice looking part. He did a really good job on making that for me. So in any case, that's all I've got, so I'll let you move on down. AE0OC, back to net control.
All right, Wes, thanks for your time. Thanks for checking in with us this evening. We'll move on down to Dave, KE6GAE. How you doing, Dave?
KF0LZX and the rest of the net. This is KE6GAE. Oh, we're doing pretty good, Greg. Just working getting the gateway ready so I can take it down, get it put back on the repeater. After I get this done, then my next project is I'm going to start looking at building an all-star node that we can put on the 9.7. The only thing is when I take this gateway down, after tonight, I have to unregister some things, so we might not have reflectors on the D-star repeater for about a week.
Okay, roger that. Well, thanks for all the work you've been doing on that. I'm sure we can do without them for a few days. We did without them for a long time. So what else have we got going on, Dave?
Other than that, no, not a whole lot. I'm going to actually do some research on some of the conservation areas up here, get them submitted to see if we can get them approved for parks. And the one thing about PODA, because I noticed on the PODA Facebook page today, guys, if you go out and do it, don't argue with the rangers. We just got banned from, and one of the guys from PODA was able to calm him down enough to where we didn't have to completely remove him from our site, but we can't go to that park anymore in PODA up in Washington State, all because a guy refused to show any identification and went off on a ranger because he had a wire in a tree.
Yeah, roger that. I've seen the same thing. PODA has been closed down in 2 Washington state conservation areas because of that individual. And they said the director of the state actually wanted PODA removed from all state conservation and wildlife areas, but they limited it to just the 2 because they were trying to be pretty appeasing and were pretty quick to do it. And the only reason they just deactivated status on the PODA website is for people with prior activations wouldn't lose their credits for those QSOs they made at the parks. But yeah, there will no longer be any PODA allowed at those 2 individual parks.
Yep, we just got to be good, as you put it when you talked about it, good stalwarts of the hobby while we're out there. All right, great. That's all I got. Now with the new internet, I've got quite a few projects that I'll be working on for the club. So it'll just take a little bit of time to get everything finished, but hopefully by Saturday, unless we have real bad rain, there'll be a G3 gateway out at the repeater. Other than that, that's all I got for the net tonight. So we'll pass it back to the net control. KE6GAE, back to net control.
All right, Dave. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for all the info, and thanks for all your hard work you've done on our D-star stuff and starting on the all-star node on the repeater. So thanks again for all the work. I know you've got a lot of hours invested in that, and it is appreciated. So we will move on down to Richard, KV0RHA. Richard, how you doing this evening?
Oh, doing pretty good. Hello, everybody on the net. Kind of playing around a little bit on 20 meters and, getting one of my rotor controllers all lined out. Still working toward getting a couple of towers put up, but I may be able to get one put up before bad weather hits. The other one may have to wait till spring, but no, that's just the way it is. Anyhow, not much else going on here. 7-3s to everybody. Back to net control. KV0RHA.
All right, Richard. Thanks for checking in with us. Appreciate you taking the time to do so. And this is KF0LZX. We'll move on down to KE0MAD. Sean out of Aurora. How you doing this evening, Sean?
Yeah, good evening, Greg, and everybody on the net. Thanks for doing that, Greg. Yeah, these new additional parts have been kind of fun running around tagging them. Working on a new antenna right now, a new mount for the pole. Of course, you've seen that, and kind of look forward to seeing how that's going to work out. Other than that, not a whole lot going on, and hopefully we don't get a whole lot of rain. We need some, but I don't want to get flooded out. Anyway, back to you there, Greg. This is KE0MAD.
Thanks for checking in. And, yeah, we both got in a little POTA this weekend trying to get a few of the new parks activated and on the books. So I know I put in a pretty long day Saturday, and you pulled out the truck and the Tar Heel and did some hit and runs and got quite a few of them done. So congratulations on that. And Jared just texted me. I guess there's a new one north of him, and somebody is activating it as we speak, I guess. So he was hoping to be able to get up there and get it snagged before anybody else, but someone's already getting her done. So anyway, Sean is the last one on NetLogger, so we'll go ahead and take on-air check-ins. Please call now.
KE0LTG Aurora.
All right, KE0LTG, Lawrence out of...
Well, I had a pretty good day today. Everything seemed to go well. Got some things done. Have been able to enjoy some of the outdoor weather we have. We don't want to take it for granted. And been eating good. So I did get the bad gas burn out of my motorcycle. It took about 9/10 of a gallon to get it burned out. There's a restaurant that was talking about gasoline, and so I was checking on it because one article I read in Popular Mechanics said 1 cup of gasoline equals 15 sticks of dynamite. But the internet is saying it's 1 gallon of gas equals 14 sticks of dynamite. So either they've changed the gas over the years down about 1/4 in power, or else one of them got it wrong in print. But the guy had filled a Coke bottle in the old days and poured it on some trash to burn, and boy, when it went off, it was a hot day. It really made a believer out of him that gasoline really is explosive.
Yeah, I bet so. I've seen some pretty interesting things happen with a little gasoline in a brush pile, but yeah, the liquid state, it burns pretty good, but it burns really fast in a vapor state. Can be pretty explosive as a vapor, so that's definitely what to watch out for.
Well, another popular mechanics mentioned, people gassing up their boat and they spill about a cup of gas in the boat. And then if that gets ignited, it can explode and blow the people out of the boat, which would be a bad situation. The other article on popular mechanics that was interesting is during Hitler's time, it's hard to fight a war without gasoline in today's age, so he was making a synthetic gas out of liquid coal and fortifying it with the hydrogen, and that was the synthetic gas Hitler could use because he couldn't reach the refineries to get enough gas to fuel his army, but it wasn't as good as the petroleum gas, had less power, but the Americans did use it at times too, as they had opportunity to capture synthetic gas. Anyway, that's sort of what I've been doing, enjoying some of the old popular mechanics articles, read a few electrical articles too on electronic basics, so I'll let some of the others visit. I hope they're getting a good day in too. This is KE0LZX, clear.
All right, Lawrence, thanks for checking in with us this evening, and we're open to more on-air check-ins. Anyone like to check in, please call now. All right, this has been a pretty quick net tonight. We'll call for on-air check-ins. Do we have any more on-air check-ins for the OARS D-star net? Please call now.
AE0OC recheck.
Kilo Alpha 0 Romeo Mike.
I got you in there, Bob. Let me see. I thought I had Wes in there for a recheck. Wes, you still there?
Roger that. I forgot to tell you something when I was on my turn earlier, and more just for you, but also I guess the rest of the net can know too. Next week is going to be our 5th week of Monday and Tuesday nets, and I will be running the 5th Monday like normal, but the 5th Tuesday I will not be live streaming it when you run the net. So if someone else wanted to take that over, maybe Sean or Marvin, either one could probably do it if they wanted to. I'd be very happy to give them a stream key to be able to get in and post it onto 5.9 radio, but we'll just have to see if somebody wants to do that. But in any case, that's all I had.
Okay, roger that, Wes. Yeah, we do have some extra, not extra nets, so just some 5 Mondays and Tuesdays for the month. So sounds good. And we'll move on down to Bob, KA0RM. Bob, how you doing this evening?
Kilo Alpha 0 Romeo Mike. Right up there as usual. Been working on the back deck out there till about dark. Come in here, sit on my chair and went snoozing there. That's about it. Don't have much go on. It's a nice day, I'll tell you that. There's going to be a few days I think it's going to be nice. I don't know if we're going to get much rain or not. I don't think we will really. Percentage-wise, it's not saying that much, at least here in Aurora. That's about it. I don't know, we ain't made our mind up whether it's going to go to Bronco Tuesday tomorrow or not yet, but we'll just have to see, I guess. KE0RM.
Thanks for checking in, Bob. Yep, sounds good. More than likely, I'm going to be in Springfield tomorrow, it looks like, so I won't be around for Taco Tuesday, but thanks for checking in with us this evening. Do we have any more on-air check-ins for the OARS Monday Night D-star net? Please call now.
KX4MO.
right, we have KX4MO. Tara, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, not too bad. Well, yes, Joe. I would also like to check in KV4MO as well, please, sir.
Roger that. I've got KZ4MO also.
Kilo Victor for Mike Oscar.
Thank you.
And I will return it back to you. Thank you for doing the good job that you do.
Well, hey, thanks for checking in. We appreciate it. Glad to have you guys back. I think this is third or fourth week we've had you, and it is appreciated. So we'll move on down to Patrick, KV4MO. How you doing this evening, Patrick?
All right. Just working on projects. There's always something to fix with a house, isn't there? Hey, I did have one question for you, and it has to do with the POTA thing. Was that Washington State or Washington State Park? One is about 5 miles away, and the other one is a few thousand. Just wanted to clarify.
Yep, that would be Washington State. 2 separate parks in Washington State. I think the actual incident occurred in one park, but for whatever reason there were 2 parks. I'm guessing it's in the same area. But yes, it was in Washington State.
QSL, I just wanted to check because Missouri has a park named Washington State Park, and where I was up taking photos with my drone this afternoon.
Okay, roger that. Good to know. Any good photos? How'd the drone session go today?
Oh, it went all right. I'm playing around. I haven't done anything with HDR in a long time, and what I did this afternoon was take some photos for that to play with. Honestly, the color just isn't there yet. I'm starting to wonder if this is going to be one of these things where the leaves turn, we get a rainstorm and a little bit of wind, and by the time it's okay to fly again, you know, in other words, not raining, everything will be on the ground.
Yeah, roger that. I think we've had, seemed like we've had quite a few of those falls here in the last several years, where we went from the leaves starting to die off a little bit to dead and on the ground without any color change.
Well, so I'm messing with it, and like I say, I'm hoping for the best, and working with a new drone because of the whole remote ID thing, and the drone that I've had for several years, DJI decided not to include that in the update for remote ID, and all of the standalone remote ID devices are on perpetual back order.
Roger that. So is that a new requirement on the drones now?
Originally they said September, but now they're putting it off to March. But at the same time, they're telling you that they expect you to comply with it if you can. And I don't really know how that all slices and dices, but unless you fall under the, I think maybe if you don't have to register your drone, then you might possibly be exempt, but then it has to be under 249 grams. And oh, by the way, if you fly commercially, you have to register every drone regardless, so that's where I'm at.
Okay, roger that. Yeah, I'm not very versed in the drones at all, so something I haven't ventured off into yet.
You know, it's like a boat. You know, it's except instead of the hole being in the water, the hole is in the air. You still throw money into it.
Roger that. All right. We did our Billings club event at the Steamerama here a few weeks ago, and Sean brought his drone out, and pretty interesting little tools. It's pretty impressive what they can do.
It really is. It gives you a completely different vantage point for your camera and several tools if you know how, if you're able to use them. So at any rate, I don't want to tie everything up. Did I understand it might be a week or two before the gateway is available again?
Yes, he's hoping to take the Pi-Star down, I think, here in a day or two, and get things prepped and hopefully get the gateway itself installed Saturday. But to do this, he has to unregister us from D-star, I guess. So we may or may not lose our D-star repeater, but the remote access to it may go down for a few days and hopefully be back up on Saturday.
So it'll be back by the net on Monday.
Yeah, as long as there's no extreme weather circumstances or technical issues, it should be back, and it'll actually be a true gateway at that point.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be, because sometimes it's easier or more reliable to link to a gateway than it is to go in through the reflector. I know I tried that once and it didn't work. I didn't know that it wasn't an actual gateway.
Yeah, correct. We're just running off the 59 reflector, connecting to them. But it will be, like I said, a true gateway, and he's also going to, after that, he's going to work on a all-star node for our 2-meter repeater as well.
Yeah, I've done a little bit with, oh goodness, there's a phone app. I can't remember which one it is. I've done something with that, but I haven't, All-Star I've never messed with.
Yeah, I haven't either myself. I've seen it used, online YouTube and stuff quite a bit, but I have not used any All-Star at all myself. So, anyway, Patrick, do you have anything else for us this evening, my friend?
No, and I don't want to keep anybody up all night. I know the net's running kind of long. I'll get out of the way and let you conclude your business. Thanks for answering all the questions. 73 KV4MO.
Well, Patrick, we're glad you guys take the time to check in, and you're more than welcome to use as much time as you'd like. It's not a problem. That's what we're getting on here for everybody to get a chance to visit and get on the air together. So, anyway, that is the end. That's the last on-air check-in we have. Are there any more on-air check-ins? Please call now. Call one more time for on-air check-ins for the OARS Monday Night D-star net. Are there any more on-air check-ins? Please call now. All right, everybody. We had a relatively short one. 9 check-ins tonight, including myself. This is Kilo Foxtrot 0 Lima Zulu X-ray. Thanking everybody that took the time to check in and visit with us this evening. And we'll wrap up our Monday Night D-star net and return this frequency for normal use. Thanks, everybody, again. KF0LZX.